The following is a reenactment of a conversation between Emily Pruna and a well-meaning yet misguided friend on the subject of Emily's career. This is that story.
Look, you need to get out there and start making movies.
I just can't right now. It's complicated, but now just isn't a good time for me.
Emily, if you don't get your shit together, you're gonna end up working at H&M for the rest of your life.
I relive that conversation in my head all the time. The person in the skit was trying to use tough love to ignite a flame in me, and I, the tiger, would be playing in the background, and I'd be motivated to make my opus, and I'd thank them in my Oscar speech. Yeah, that's how people think that tough love is supposed to work. You snap and tell somebody something that they need to, but don't necessarily want to hear, and it's the kick in the pants they need to go out there and succeed. Yeah. How often does that shit actually work? Why don't we call tough love what it really is? Getting frustrated with someone. I don't want you guys to think that I don't think you should be honest with your friends. The sign of a good friend is someone who's willing to be honest and not just placate you at the tiniest signs of confrontation. However, if you think that you can, nay, must, say something intentionally mean or harsh to someone in order to get the reaction that you want out of them, you're crossing the line from honest to manipulative. The first reason tough love doesn't work is because you may think that you know everything about the situation, but you may not. What the person in the skit in the beginning knew was that I hadn't really done that much toward my filmmaking career. What they didn't know was that I had severe chronic depression that at the time was not being treated correctly. I was in a lot of debt, and I had recently been sexually assaulted. All of which added up to a terrible time to try to make a movie. So because they didn't know the entire situation, they ended up saying something really shitty about a situation that I couldn't change at the time. Another reason that tough love doesn't work is because a lot of people, including me, don't respond well to pressure and conflict. Some people thrive when the heat is on and they have to prove themselves, but to the rest of us, you just become another force against us. You've just become something else that tells us we aren't good enough. So you actually end up contributing to all the problems that you're trying to be angry at them to solve. And lastly, but most importantly, you don't have the right to make someone feel like crap in the name of helping them. What makes you think that you can say something really hurtful to someone you allegedly care about in order to try to push them to do things that they may not be ready for? You're not being helpful, you're being self-serving. I understand that sometimes when you see a friend or someone you love in a situation where you just feel you need to tell them something that they may not want to hear but have to hear, and they just gotta push through this obstacle, and if they could just see past this roadblock, it would just, you just want to shake them. I get it, but snapping at them and saying something really mean and hurtful is not the way to do it. If you can't think of a tactful way to get your point across to someone, then maybe you need to rethink about why you're thinking what you're thinking or how to say it better. That's your responsibility. So please don't say anything hurtful to people in the name of tough love, because tough love does not work, and you end up stressing the person out and contributing more to the problem and becoming another force against them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if that's your thing, and please share this with people who think that tough love is a good idea, and I will gladly explain to them how it isn't.